Menaju, Beniji no market, share more in Shani never one and work about honey. Share more in a Kajinity, Facebook, YouTube, Nyamanya Koye, Mbn 360. Mina de she done what Babu to San Jam near, Yaha Mokwa, Uti, Ekume.
Maye Nyelo Mahama Ekpa train Nina Show Akbeko make no mai Ekpa Kekbawo. Keha Green City Housing Project he mama ye Ashanti Bukbano. Ye Shikake Jarayeli Sanjam niye Mansolo Emilia Ata Kekokobo Eha Premix Fuo Holoi ni Amekang Mele Ame Jarai Ano. Ni ye Manse Sanjam ni hue Amane boy fele fang ake US ke French B ena hela ni beji hunter virus eko fese ni ameyishi yelele komemi.
Kawonje share mwen ya shishien, maye nyelo John Dramani Mahama bashi ha tree ni abamamo ke ha Green City Project ye de so ni yo Ashanti Kukwaano.
Ghana's housing challenge has become more pronounced and demands clarity of purpose and decisive action to resolve. Our national housing deficit is now estimated at over 1.5 million units. This reflects years of supply failing supply short of demand, rising land values, escalating construction costs, and limited access to long-term financing have placed ownership beyond the reach of many Ghanaians. The result is clear. Informal settlements continue to expand, slums, and too many of our people are living in substandard conditions. This pressure is intensified by the rapid urbanization currently taking place in our country. Today, more than half of the population of Ghana lives in urban areas, and projections indicate that this could rise to about 70% of our population living in urban areas by the year 2050. Cities such as Accra, Kumasi, and Takoradi will continue to grow rapidly and will be swamped by the migration from other parts of the country. If we do not therefore act urgently and at scale, tomorrow's housing crisis will far exceed what we're experiencing today. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, government's reset agenda is not just a slogan. It is a commitment to rethink how we deliver housing, infrastructure, and opportunity for our people. At the heart of this vision is a simple yet powerful belief that decent housing is not a privilege for a few, but it is a right for all our people. Access to housing improves public health. It strengthens educational outcomes. It boosts productivity and stabilizes communities. A nation that is seeking development must house its people with dignity. We are therefore implementing a comprehensive housing agenda that addresses supply, improves affordability, strengthens tenant protection, and reforms housing finance to reflect the reality of Ghanaian incomes. Progress is already underway. The Saglemi Affordable Housing Project, which was begun in the previous term of the NDC, is being prioritized for completion. New social housing initiatives driven at the district level are also being rolled out to reduce financial barriers to ownership.
Maye nyelo John Dramani Mahama na agbako ken kochun nyomo wo jarawale ye Ghana ne yemni ake atumla ke hani akahechu nyomo wo ni fe nojin epa.
One area that has long been overlooked is also the rental housing market. Although the law limits rent advances to 6 months, weak enforcement has allowed unfair practices to persist. The current rent law says that no house owner can take more than 6 months rent advance. And we have a rent court that is supposed to prosecute cases where house owners take more than 6 months. But unfortunately, both the house owner and the one who wants to rent the property are not prepared to go and report. And that has been the main problem in enforcing this law. The one who wants to rent the house wants a place to lay his head. The house owner too wants to collect money to invest in something. So none of them is prepared to report the other for paying more than 6 months rent advance. And so our goal is simple: fairness, protection, and dignity for tenants. But we're also giving alternatives. So the National Home Ownership Fund will continue to provide long-term financing with a particular focus on retirees who deserve security after years of service to this country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, despite these measures progressing, the housing deficit remains significant. The Green City Housing Project is therefore a critical intervention that has come at the right time.
Nuchumoche Nupa Keha State Housing Company Limited, John B. Bawa, Kefon Manye Nyelo John Dramani Mahama here, near Wye Chicago Farm, Koni Anye Amamotrin, Keha Green City Housing Project, ye de Deswaniyo Ashante Pupano.
Phase 1, a total of 1,067 residential units are currently planned, and they are going to be delivered over a 5-year period. Phase 1 of the project will deliver 214 units of 2- and 3-bedroom detached homes, and we expect to be done by the end of Q4 2027. And I hope, Mr. President, you will do us the honor of commissioning our Phase 1 once it's completed. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to be clear about what this project is and what it is not. It is not simply a promise. It is not a concept. It is not a rendering on a presentation slide that will gather dust in a boardroom. The Green City, the Adafitswaa, is a plan that is ready to become reality. Over 1,000 housing units, not as a headline figure, but as a target, with a financing framework, a construction timeline, and a partnership structure behind it. Your Excellency, we thank you for accepting our invitation and are grateful for your leadership and commitment to the development of our country. I would like to take this opportunity to make a special appeal. Even with the gains in the economy, construction costs are still not coming down fast enough. In order that we keep the prices of the properties in this development as affordable as possible, I ask humbly, Your Excellency, that you consider making a small donation from the big push to cover the cost of the horizontal infrastructure for this project. That is, the roads, drainage, and sewage facilities, which we estimate will cost us around 100 million Ghana cedis. So it's a very small chunk of the big push. This will go a long way to support us in maintaining our price positioning of being 25 to 40% cheaper than the market wherever we go. To His Royal Majesty Otumfuo Osei Tutu II, the chiefs and people of the Adafitswaa and Asanteman as a whole, you have welcomed this project into your community with grace and generosity. We are grateful for the confidence. In return, we pledge to be the kind of developer you will be proud to work with, one that consults, communicates, and considers the people who already call this land home. To the Honorable Minister and Deputy Minister for Works, Housing and Water Resources, our Chief Director, Director Housing, and our whole team, we appreciate your guidance, support, and leadership as we work towards realizing the reset agenda, a reset that ensures state-owned entities are delivering value to the government and people of Ghana. To our partners and private sector collaborators who are here today, your confidence in this project is not something we take lightly. You have placed your resources alongside ours in pursuit of a shared vision. And that is a profound act of faith in Ghana and in this institution. We will honor that faith with transparency, professionalism, and results.
Mansolo Nipo Works and Housing no Kenneth Gilbert J. Esa eti amralo eshifo ni eyo. Keba ajaje shine ketrin sajin fen ye Ghana ne. Kechotrin ni jarawa ni ehi. Ye akuche papai amle mamono.
The Green City project at Adafitswaa is one of the most ambitious housing interventions in our recent history. Spanning over 200 acres, this development will deliver more than 1,000 housing units, supported by essential infrastructure and services designed to create a complete and thriving community. This is not just about building houses. It is about building dignity, stability, and opportunity. His Excellency the President has made it clear that housing is not luxury. It is a necessity. It is the foundational to national development. This project reflects that conviction. It is a social investment, an economic driver, and a clear statement of intent. I commend the board and management of the State Housing Company Limited for their vision, resilience, and commitment in bringing this project to life. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, we are also gathered here under a defining global reality, climate change. Sustainability in housing is no longer optional, it is essential. The Green City project has been deliberately designed to respond to this reality. It reflects our commitment to integrating green building principles into national housing delivery, a commitment I reaffirmed at the Ghana Green Building Summit in 2025. With projections indicating that millions of Ghanaians could face extreme heat conditions in the coming decades, we cannot afford to build in ways that deepen our vulnerabilities. This project represents a different path, one that delivers housing responsibly, sustainably, and with a future in mind. It sets a new benchmark for government-backed housing initiatives across the country. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Ghana is ready for partnerships at scale. We have the demand, we are strengthening our regulatory environment, our institutions are evolving, and above all, there is a clear political will. We therefore invite investors and development partners to join us. Through innovative financing models such as public-private partnerships and rent-to-own schemes, we can accelerate delivery and expand access. We also recognize the critical role of Ghanaians in the diaspora and continue to actively engage them as partners in this journey. Distinguished ladies and gentlemen, there is something profoundly fitting about launching a project of this magnitude here in the Ashanti region. This is a land known for resilience, vision, and legacy. A land that understands what it means to build not just for today, but for generations yet unborn. That is the spirit that underpins the Green City project. We are not building for the next election cycle, we are building for the next generation.
Maye Yellow John Dramani Mahama Kefodra Ake Shiny Abama Moye Green City Housing Project de Adafitswaa Bawa Meni Yorgana Ne Kemeni Efambeketi Mansefe.
Properties in this Green City are going to be available to all Ghanaians, both at home and abroad. And it's my hope that Ghanaians living abroad in the diaspora will take advantage of it, so that the story we hear every time of them sending money to relatives only to come and find out that the house, not even a foundation has been laid, and pictures have been taken of other people's houses and shown to them as being their properties. Here you will get your house built for you complete. You collect your key. There is no litigation on the land. Nobody will come and demolish your house. And you heard the Otumfuo himself sounding a very strong warning to all his chiefs and everybody who will come and attempt to interfere with this land. And so this land is free of litigation, and you know that when SHC hands over your key to you, the house is yours forever and ever. Since independence, SHC has over the last 70 years been the largest single provider of housing to Ghanaians. We'll continue to support SHC to provide affordable housing to Ghanaians across all the regions of our country. And in response to Managing Director Sherif's request, I will inform the road minister so that we'll take up all the road and drains in this area. I said in response to your MD Sherif's request, I will inform the road minister so that we'll absorb all the drains and the roads in this estate under the Big Push program. Because if we don't do that, they'll have to add the cost onto the houses, and that makes the houses more expensive. So government will take up under the Big Push the cost of building all the roads, gutters and drains in this estate so that SHC can deliver the houses at a more affordable cost.
Nocho moche nupa ke ha Ghana ambulance service. Dr. George Owusu ewele na agbai ano. Ken ko Ghana gbedegben ano hwehwehwehe ni eje anto kegbeye sajinkume ako. Yegbele ikeme ni pila kechon oshunamle no.
Ichomling ake keji ajeme fi nyoma ikpawo ke enyo ni fata Ghana bi akpe nyoma fe akpe nyoma ye ameji me ni plawa da fi yo oshunamle. Bi amli ni me ni gbo yegbe no oshunamle fe ohamlin ja nyoma ikpa jime ni ena afi nyoma eteke enumo.
Over 72 persons per 100,000 population in Ghana suffer grievous bodily injury annually. More than 60% of road traffic fatalities strike people under 35 years of age. Our workforce, our students, our future. Ghanaian household spend an average of nearly $1,700 to manage severe road crashes. The national economic cost of road crashes alone has been estimated at 8.2% of our national GDP. Our rivers, lakes, and coastlines are silent killers. Burns, falls, and poisoning round out a constellation of preventable harms that drain our hospitals, destroy families, and suppress our economic productivity.
Kewon chashie mwen ya no. Afi yakpe ipise. School B kecholo ini your Northern School of Business. Ye Ghana ne ko ipopa no. Echomo na agba short way amlen. Tamo beke bi baba oni abo amena ye chuko bemni. Nigba amenuchu moike nikase moy na.
Ake na jemo ke ha na agba ni se eche neke chuchu mansolo nikwe shikasajin ano. Dr. Mohammed Amin Adam engo 12 units classroom block he eha school bonafe ni chomo ke ni kasemo anya aya ehia jubang bonisa. Dr. Amin Adam wo school bi ashin ni wa mengahu ni amekase ni jubang kejaje amehi keda moheko ni wase amehu amenye amewa akuchue ewie ake Northern School of Business Niji Nobi Square Fata Schooli Edre ni ewa ye ni kasemomli ni no esusu akegbeno ni lehun echon kemi wa ni kasemogbe ni ye nike ni nese school gbeke biye ekome Mbn Adafitswaa Ii na sanigba na mengo shida eha chuchu mansolo ke ha wa moke modern bone.
We are a transition school, implying that at any one time in we do not have all the 3-year group of our students in school. Only 2-year groups are there. This is because we do not have enough classrooms and dormitory blocks to accommodate the student population of 4,895 students. If we are to go single track, ladies and gentlemen, the school will need 75 classroom blocks. 75 classroom blocks. Currently, we have 36 classroom blocks. And if by God's grace, you hand over this 12-unit classroom block, we would be boosted with 48 classroom blocks. So we are getting closer to getting out of
Our classroom is very crowded, and we are about 85 students in a class. And when the sun hits, our classroom gets warm, which affects learning and teaching and learning in our classrooms. And now that there is a new classrooms for us, I hope they will remove or they will reduce the number of people in the class, which will improve teaching and learning in our classrooms.
We are very happy because it's going to benefit us a lot. We have been suffering from classrooms. We are lacking classrooms a lot. I think with this, it's going to help us improve our studies.
Yes, Sanjay Koko Mamlie, Mansolo Nikohi, yea. Bekebike ame afabanfo Sanjay Anno. Anonyang bomo Dr. Agnes na mumulate ejeye ayi kebolima ni esusu ame ake many trauma ni blofocho ake nation builders se afole ke ame sha ke hishifoni ame yo ke sama ke chino ya yise.
Yeye momli yeye agbijuwa yele niji Mother's Day ni famous shishi. Ye Maranatha Power Ministries International Asafwe Mansolo ngoshida kle ihaye fe ya me modembo hishifon tole afolesha ke chosemo ke chomo hisha ke nagbai amni ke bolima ye iriemo mlie efele fang ake ye anichumo shoshong fishia penichumo ne riake ye po kan hichuoni ye unupa yeligbenai amli ni kasemo nichumo ke akucho no ya amli Mansolo chomling ake bahia ni awowa momli hiwale haye ke chonichumo ke gbejano tui ano ke wo amehiwale iti no eche no blantai niji youth ke wo ke bule amenya we alo mamime bemli ni etimlin ake shia chosemo ka heji noko oti ke ha manoya Women
have the reproductive role. You think God didn't know what we are capable of? That He created us such that for generations to continue, He has to choose women to carry the next generation. Amen. 9 months before delivering.
Amen. Na se nyame enti mupono ebewie peyono eno nti na opao emma eno de ade fefefe sie memo se na ebe ya wonto asono eno nso betena da.
So once you are born a woman, once you are born female, once you are born a girl, know that it is a man plus more.
Amen. Say ya wo say akwala a wo yoba ana obepuno ana se obemu a ewo nioma unim se nyame de fa wo mu ade aba.
So you realize that women think intergenerationally.
Enti emma ni omaye no eya wonto aso ade.
I was also sharing that being the minister for gender who takes care of men, women, children, orphans, widows, widowers, persons with disabilities, and all vulnerable groups, I can tell you, before a woman will say, I'm packing my bag and luggage and leaving this marriage, they consider the impact of it on the children. And so you will hear most often people saying, it's because of the children, that is why I am still in the abusive relationship. We don't just think. we think of the next generation. We think of the impact. So we are builders of generations.
Amen.
Wabafu wahe ke wokuwese wake shika ke jaraili sanje baba hanye kachui.
Hello, are you building your dream home, office, and now project? You need the best stone to make it stand out. Se ebada in papa aye besi a wudema abo fonkwana wubemu. Ene enwane Flower Stone Works. What I hanum say, you will stone type with to say. Sakwa cotton stones, cotton shears, crumble cotton brown, sheer granite grey, clippy cotton stones, crumble cotton black, and a breaking shares. Flower Stone Works delivers a durability, beauty, and style. Na yet so your boss say ewe ye jumum emani dimu ankasa. I mean, one stone at a time. Wopet me afre wa machu for isu 0555 512 995. Me si susu bim 0555 512 995.
Flower Stone Works.
Beauty is money.
Shida plejo no ake okewe ye Mbn Adafitswaa Ii. Non wakabaje shiye shika ke jaraili sanjam niye mansolo ni kwa woya ke hi ni bi sanjin ano Emilia ata ke kokobo ha premix fu oholo ke shi jarai no me ni ba ho jarai ni fesi die o ha enyo niji 200 Ghana cedis ke ha 20 leaders kalon komi
Bemlini eyo ye enichu moshishara momni ye Pro East District alo akuchonwe efele fang ake Toy balamoko kashi ehame fe ni bangmele ame premix fu jarai ano manson lo sa eke kokobo ha wole cheme na ame wo ame toy ano keji ame yose ake premix fu jarai echa keketingwe ni manomi ake premix fu jarane kan ye shipon lolo kecho amralo emodembo kewa wole cheme kewo ya akuche kegbo ame tole ke ame mlingbigbi moy ano
Sana me come edem ho. Ye wo edimako bi organ na friend MP National Petroleum Authority. Omo no mo setting prices. Enti omo 2 weeks window omo de share wo petrol wo diesel wo kerosene wo premise. Enti se nyaba out e bo no se premise petrol wo koso a premise wo koso petrol wo ba for ma premise wo so e ba for. Na se dey na ni premise is here aban efa ekani ama omo ye enamo djuma na farifo omo enya wo bo e wo fo no mo tumi dia ko dia kwa online ka enti se ba price me dey buy this is no any embrand no this is for no mo share premise enti ya the price no mo se si am no mo ka say e was say premise 1 gallon 25 is 80 pesos this enti say we are praying now with 4 gallon kese and it may cost more than 200 cedis. Apples were 200 cedis because sometimes if you can't have a banana so me and the margins can come back again it's really a CSA premise machine it's sana it's 4 gallon when it's a go and maybe a bit more a comfort they say a cook as in Iran and then petrol war. It is even possible say Benjamin Pembu ye war mine in such a way say petrol war and grocery That's the effort on the previous but it's 2 weeks here you will be a one on a catch.
Okay. Now, Akufono
said they also on premise and I'm catching this here. Obia or the become a bamboo 200 cities. Emma before gallon or Tomra. I don't know, I'm reporting my DC or MP or Minister, more reporting my bedroom.
Nani wakabagbi na ye shika ke jaraili sanjamni Ghana Cocoa Board efe kralu kebato shika higbejano kewa cocoa himo keje afine ke ashiwase afi cocoa bi
Nishumoche nukwa ke ha Ghana Cocoa Board Dr. Randy Abitswaa Ii shika gbejano to he bawa kegbo Ghana he ni eke fon manse ni biano negbelegbe baba ohun eha biene koko he ni chuloi na menini ashe koko wi fojin ano no na enyenye se na koko nyomo wu se chelese ni Dr. Randy Abitswaa Inekpo ye panel discussion ko ke ha Africa Cocoa Finance and Investments Forum 2026 ye Leaders Stock Exchange ni femo shishi.
We need to look for a new funding model that we believe could be sustainable and also ensure that we're able to optimize local processing capacity. So that is when we started working on the new funding model for the crop. And then in 25-26, we all know what has happened to the prices on the market. So we're hoping that 26-27, with the 26-27 season, we'll be able to come up with a new financing model, which will be a domestic fundraising model. We're actually going to come up with commercial notes. The new funding model is also coming up with a new pricing mechanism, which ensures that we'll periodically review. It could be a quarter. I said that we're looking at going to raise commercial notes, and we've done the study, and we believe that there is enough funding available. In fact, the pension funds alone are sitting on over 150 million USD in Ghana. So we believe that there is that capacity. We believe that the interest rates in Ghana now are at the right places for us to go into the market and to look at this funding. And we are looking at funding the entire crop with clear guidelines, clear information with respect to how anybody can participate. But what I can tell you is that this will be CD denominated.
Nani wakabaje shishi kegbina ye manse sanjamni amanye bo efele fan ake America nyukome ke French nyukome ni kuseketi ameshia fese ni ameshi cruise ship ni hantavirus ku etwa ena hila iko
Hewale kpakpana mogbeni ewie ake America nyo niji enyono ni fatakoyo lele ihun eji okadiye ekopo ni amekefata ehu ake passengers lo me enyone fagbe ye koyo lele komemle ni amele French man son lo ni ko iwale papa na mosajiano Stephanie Rist ke asayoko na ye Paris ni ehela amle boywa bi amle ni amehu ameyose sajin aloke se nyoma enyoke enyo na meboy sedi May allow passengers fe nyoma nehu ni yo MV Honduras shipping bi ane G may ni asa ame na ye Spain Canary Island ni aje ame. May ete ni Dutch bi enyo ke German yo kome fata ye egboi fese ni ame fagbe ye lele komemi. May enyo G may ni ama menomi ake amena virus alo hela eko. Hela ni ji Hunter virus ne kolo itamo kwakwe ke obishi ni blofocho ake rodents mling ameyo. Shi adesai banye ana ni World Health Organization alo WHO kuwe yo ake meni tara Dutch nuhie lele mlie bemli ni ameyo South America ena neke hila low virus eko. Okadi ni chon ake moko ena hila eko meji atridi tole alo extreme fatigue bono take two bomochomli hewamo alo muscle aches musunkon niji stomach pain she niji vomiting ni amli ya keshe niji diarrhea mumona nisha shini blofucho ake shortness of breath feke fata okadi ne ahi ene hewon onupa ake fodrang ake hela na shamo begbeye
Bia ni wakeshia mweba wa shi dani wabaya ye ha wakwa otiye ikun.
Maye nyelo mahama ekpa train ni na show akpeko make nyumai ekpa kekpawo ke ha Green City Housing Project he mama ye Ashanti kpokpano. Ye shikake jara yeli sanjam niye Masolo Emilia atake kokobo ha premix fu holoi ni amekang mele ame jarai ano. Ni ye manse sanjam ni hue amania boy fele fan ake US ke French B ena hela ni beji Hunter virus eko fese ni ameyishi yelele komemi.
Mi moni keshia mweba nyegbenoji na adede keche ofie fedru mo ba pesho ne kebiam nye wala don ke wokomo